Hello and welcome in my channel. We explore the fascinating stories of the past. Today, we are going to learn about the history of America before colonization, a time when the continent was home to diverse and complex civilizations that thrived for thousands of years before the arrival of Europeans. How did these cultures develop? What were their achievements and challenges? And how did they interact with each other and the environment? Let's find out in this episode. The history of America before colonization begins with the migration of the first humans from Asia to the Americas, sometime between 40,000 and 14,000 years ago. These early people, known as Paleo-Indians, crossed a land bridge that connected Siberia and Alaska during the Ice Age, and then spread throughout the continent, adapting to different climates and ecosystems. They hunted large animals, such as mammoths and bison, and gathered plants, nuts, and berries. They also made tools and weapons from stone, bone, and wood, and created some of the earliest art in the form of rock paintings and carvings. Around 10,000 years ago, the climate warmed up and the Ice Age ended, leading to changes in the environment and the way of life of the people. Some groups settled down and began to practice agriculture, growing crops such as corn, beans, squash, and potatoes. Others continued to be nomadic or semi-nomadic, following the seasonal movements of animals and plants. These groups developed different cultures, languages, and traditions, forming hundreds of distinct nations across the continent. Some of the most well-known are the Iroquois, the Cherokee, the Sioux, the Navajo, the Maya, the Aztec, the Inca, and the Pueblo. Many of these nations achieved remarkable feats of engineering, architecture, art, science, and religion. For example, the Maya built impressive pyramids, temples, and cities, and developed a complex writing system, a calendar, and advanced mathematics and astronomy. The Aztec created a powerful empire that dominated central Mexico, and constructed a magnificent capital city, Tenochtitlan, on an island in a lake. The Inca ruled over a vast territory that stretched from Colombia to Chile and built a network of roads, bridges, and fortresses, as well as the famous mountain city of Machu Picchu. The Pueblo people of the Southwest built multi-story houses of adobe and stone and invented sophisticated irrigation systems to farm in the arid land. The pre-Columbian civilizations also faced many challenges and conflicts, both internally and externally. Some of them collapsed due to environmental factors, such as drought, deforestation, or soil erosion, or social factors, such as warfare, disease, or political instability. Others were still flourishing when the Europeans arrived in the late 15th and early 16th centuries, and had to deal with the invasion, colonization, and exploitation of their lands and people by the Spanish, Portuguese, French, and English. The contact between the two worlds had devastating consequences for the native populations, who suffered from diseases, slavery, oppression, and genocide. Many of their cultures and languages were destroyed or assimilated, but some of them survived and resisted, preserving their heritage and identity. The indigenous peoples of the Americas, who lived after the arrival of Christopher Columbus and other European explorers in the late 15th century. However, the contact with the Europeans brought drastic changes to their societies. The Europeans brought diseases, such as smallpox, measles, and influenza, that the natives had no immunity to. These diseases killed millions of people, and some estimates suggest that up to 90% of the native population died within a century of the first contact. The Europeans also exploited the natives for their resources, labor, and land. They enslaved many of them, forced them to work in mines and plantations, and converted them to Christianity. They also fought wars against the native empires and eventually conquered and colonized most of the continent. The natives did not accept the European domination without resistance. They fought back in various ways, such as forming alliances, revolting, fleeing, or preserving their culture and identity. Some of the most notable examples of native resistance are the Pueblo Revolt of 1680, the Tupac Amaru Rebellion of 1780, and the Haitian Revolution of 1791. The history of America after the Christopher Columbus civilizations is a history of struggle, survival, and adaptation. The natives faced many challenges and conflicts, both internally and externally, but they also contributed to the diversity and richness of the American culture and heritage. This was a brief overview of the history of America before colonization, a rich and diverse period that is often overlooked or misunderstood. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we upload new content. Thank you for watching.